And Kimon, I would imagine that it's not as simple as sort of gun control or education, that there's a whole web of issues that are tied together in this, right?
Absolutely, and we're not trying to get them to have a punitive response with the whole cry of more police and more security, more guns. We want them to address the root causes of violence. Now, if you're asking me what I would like to see done, what I would like to see is, a national town hall with Chicago as a backdrop. In this case, as a model. And let me also say my condolences to the mother, Cleo Coley, who is doing a great job standing up, and she has publicly stated that she wants this case to be the last case, and she has just been so strong in standing up, and my condolences for her and her family. But with that said, what I would like to see happen is, again, addressing the root causes of violence. We should have an action agenda, a poverty program that includes a guaranteed income, a school curriculum reform that includes, stuff like people history of the United States in there, so that people can be galvanized and have a true understanding of what's going on. A trade school with a job program. If we had a national town hall in Chicago with Common and Kanye West and Lupe Fiasco, three of the greatest artists out of Chicago, speaking with I would prefer Michelle Obama. I think she has a little more sensitivity, and have it televised on Oprah Winfrey's network. I think that would be a great start, speaking to real community leaders, not the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jackson and the talking heads, but actual people on the ground that's committed to doing something and addressing these root causes of the violence. Because, if I may, real quickly,
Sure.
a friend of mine, his name was Scotty Beats. He was a great music producer here in the Washington, D.C. area. And he was brutally murdered in front of his home, in front of his wife. And at his funeral, his mother spoke about how that this tragedy has claimed 2 lives. And my anger was, and everyone's anger was, of course, directed at the shooter. But when she described that this was a tragedy that claimed 2 lives, because the 17-year-old that murdered him was just as much of a victim, because their life is over. They're spending the rest of their life in prison. And what caused them to do this was poverty and ignorance, and all these things are products of society. So I'm not looking for punitive responses to further the prison industrial complex. I'm looking to address the root causes of violence. It's the most violent country in the world, has the largest prison system in the world, and we need to do something about it.
We also have more weapons than anybody else in the world. And Kimon, you mentioned sort of the education. I mean, look, it's clear to me that there are 2 different types of education in this country. There's an education if you live in sort of the nice white suburbs, and then there's the education for public schools in the inner city. And it seems like the division just keeps deeper and deeper.
Yeah, and we're not doing anything to get ourselves out of it, because there obviously is a plan for the throwaway children. Because as you heard the saying before, that America eats its young. That holds true, but it's only certain young people. It's the throwaway children of poor communities. It is where when you ever hear a tragedy happen, one of these mass shootings, they always say that we never thought it would happen here, as if this type of violence is a sign and acceptable to certain areas. And this is, in my opinion, outrage. And I think that this case could become the Rosa Parks case model against violence, because she was innocent. She was a star pupil. She just performed an inauguration. She was scheduled to go to Paris next. She had a bright future. She had done all the right things, but yet she still dies a mile away from the president's home.
Kimon, we know that We Act Radio, of course, is heard all across Washington, and we believe that there are some people at the White House who have started listening to some of these shows. If President Obama were to hear a recording or to hear your voice and you could say anything to him, what would it be?
I would say do something that changes the poverty and ignorance in this country, and his legacy should not be a photo of him skeet shooting after a violent case such as this.
Kimon Freeman, Kimon, thank you so much. Again, it's Do Something is the petition. It is a petition to get the president and the first lady to talk, just to talk at least, and address the rampant violence in Chicago. The hashtag on Twitter is Do Something. Kimon Freeman, again, part of the We Act radio family. You can hear him for an hour every day, 6 to 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. The program is Speak Easy with Kimon Freeman and Ron Pinchback. Kimon, thanks so much for being part of Take Action News and bringing the message to all of our stations, particularly those in Chicago. We appreciate it.
Thank you, and go to signon.org for this petition and moveon.org. Thank you for their support.
Signon.org and moveon.org. You've got it. We are going there now. Folks, get out there and do something. It's what we talk about, and this is something where you can make a difference. You can get the president to address this. We can begin to have this issue discussed the way it should be. More with Take Action News on the other side of this break.